Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the King Leo Show. Sorry, we had some last minute production notes over here. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the King Leo Show. Happy Black History Month. How's everyone doing tonight? Make sure my shawl here. Is this a shawl or a scarf? Not sure. We got to do a sound check. Look, we got our Kente cloth on. Um, humble today. Humble today. I'm wearing my normal watch. Let me see here if audio's good. Our Kente. All right, perfect. Audio's good. Got my normal watch today, my little swatch here. He makes some okay watches, man. All right, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to the King Leo Show. I'm your host, King Leo. Welcome, ladies and fellas. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's get through our plugs, man, and let's do our Black Person of the Day for Black History Month, right? Let's get through our plugs. How are you guys doing, man? Happy Wednesday. There we go. All right, here's our plugs. First of all, we have the Discord. Which is free. You can join below, but there is a paid tier, and I forgot to add people to it. I need to add Eves. How you doing, Eves? I need to add you to this, and I need to add Audio Vibes because you guys are on the Patreon, so you guys will be here. I guess it's a small club for now, but we'll grow. You'll have voice chat in that one, so it'll be interesting. Cool shit. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I'll do that after the show. We have the Patreon, of course, $5 or $20 a month gets you access to the King Leo Movie Club. New episodes every week, and you can also get them on YouTube if you join for $10 a month. But why would he do that? Just get on Patreon. It's $5 a month, right? You're smarter than me. And the What Would a Postmodernist Do bracelet is available at the coffee link below. How's everyone doing tonight, man? How's everyone doing? Let's close this out here. How's everyone doing? Welcome here, dude. We have to talk about Bad Bunny today because this stuff is really annoying. We have to talk about Epstein. Two topics that I don't love talking about, to be honest. I don't love talking about Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans. No, I'm kidding. They're great people. They're great people, the Puerto Ricans. They're great. And we have to talk. No, they're okay, dude. They're okay. Puerto Ricans are okay. All right, they're whatever. Puerto Ricans are all right. Puerto Ricans, and we have to talk about Epstein, who is like a trite topic, but I think it's getting to an interesting point actually. Before we do that, we gotta do our Black Person of the Day, dude. We gotta do our Black Person of the Day. Happy Black History Month, everyone. Let's play us in here.
You have to think, young brother, about your future.
Take it from me, someday we'll all be free.
All right, so for today's Black Person of the Day in honor of Black History Month, we have Jack Johnson. Let's watch a little Jack Johnson. For anyone that doesn't know who he is, let's watch here. Jack Johnson, to me, is how you doing, Mystery? How you doing, Audio Vibes? Is a true hero, dude. This guy, and I'm not sure if Black people even really like him because at the time they really didn't like him either. This is a highlight reel of his. Jack Johnson was one of the coolest people to, truly an American in a lot of ways. Jack Johnson, and the people were critical of this at the time, like they were for O.J. Simpson, did not see himself as a Black guy. He didn't see himself as a representative of the Black community. He saw himself as the baddest boxer on the planet. You know, the baddest motherfucker on the planet. And because of that, he was derided by the NAACP. They didn't like Jack Johnson. They were like, this guy is making our community look bad. He's out there running around whoring. He married several prostitutes throughout his life. He's running around there provoking people. He used to provoke white and Black people alike. He'd go up to Black people and just start fighting with them, white people. He loved provoking because he saw himself as something greater than just his skin color or his station in life. And this has to be at a time where, think about it, it's like full-on discrimination, you know? And he's like, fuck it, dude. I'm Jack Johnson. And I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to marry who I want. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to be the best boxer on the planet. And he was. He was the best boxer on the planet. One of his most famous fights was in Cuba, where the Great White Hope, I think that's where the term comes from. That's how they referred to the boxer that was fighting him, was summarily defeated. He was a great boxer, this guy, dude. And not like Muhammad Ali, who gets too much credit in my view. Muhammad Ali was not a great boxer. I don't know if anyone here likes boxing or not. I don't like Muhammad Ali. I think he was fighting a lot of people past their prime. Jack Johnson was fighting some real hard guys, dude. And this is when boxing was like 30 rounds. You know, this is not an easy fight. This was a tough guy. And so I don't know how black people feel about him today, because at the time they didn't like him, as I said. But, and I see Mr. Elu's, Mr. Elu saying that Trump pardoned him. Trump pardoned him because he was convicted on the Mann Act, because the man was out to get him. The Yakubian creatures. I'm just joshing. The white man was out to get him because he was marrying white women, white prostitutes. And he was just whoring around, and they got him on the Mann Act, which was where they got Charlie Chaplin on too, where they said, oh, you're transporting women across state lines for immoral purposes, which everyone knows is kind of a BS charge, but it's still on the books because you have to use it for stuff like to get Diddy. I think Diddy got caught on the Mann Act. So Trump pardoned him because it was unjust, dude. Like, he was just a guy having a good time. He wasn't doing anything weird. He wasn't Diddy. He was just a guy who enjoyed fucking doing stuff. You know, like he liked boxing. He liked being the best boxer on the planet. And Mr. Elu, I didn't even know this quote, that his favorite quote of Jack Johnson is, I risk everything for pleasure. I'm not surprised, dude, because he lived a very pleasureful life. He was a guy that really just was chasing, kind of like a junkie on life, right? Just, I don't care as long as it's fun, as long as I'm doing something. So he refused to box a black boxer and became the champion. I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, you mean Muhammad Ali? Did you see Chappelle's last special too? I did not. Did they talk about him on this? The way I was turned on to Jack Johnson was actually this Italian guy who's a reporter that told his story like 10 years ago. And it was such a fascinating, I was like, dude, this is so cool. Because the guy really admired him because he was like, dude, this guy wasn't showing out for anyone. The black man, the white man, he was just his own person. And that's crazy, you know? Always contemporaneous with Ali was with lots of transformative history. That's true. Eves, I'm just talking about his boxing ability. I'm not talking about him as a social guy. He's an admirable person, but as a boxer, you know. But Jack Johnson, I didn't know that. I didn't know Jack Johnson refused to fight a black boxer. Interesting. All right. Well, that's our black person of the day. You know, go watch some of these highlights, and I'll read more about him because you're turning me on to new stuff, Mr. Elu. There was a PBS documentary on him too. I'm currently watching, getting through it, the PBS documentary, Eyes on the Prize, which is a lot of information you already know, but it's a cool documentary on the civil rights movement because they're interviewing people that were actually there, like the guy who betrayed Fred Hampton and stuff. So it's cool stuff. I will watch that this month for Black History Month. I'm going to watch that. All right. That's our black person of the day.
You have to think, young brother, about your future.
Take it from me, someday we'll all be free.
How are you doing, layer personality? Are you going to wear the scarf all month? Do you have multiple types? It's the kente cloth. Maybe mid-month, I'll get like a kente cloth kufi too. And we'll go full hotep over here. But yes, for Black History Month, we have to wear this. If we do, it depends on what people want. I haven't had any pushback so far, but if I get pushback and they're like, we want White History Month, I don't know, what do I wear? Like a Vineyard Vine shirt or something? What do you wear for that, you know? All right, let's get to Schizo Watch, man. We gotta get to Schizo Watch. All right. So let's start here with Mr. Scott Bessent, a fixture of this show. We talk a lot about Scott Bessent because he's one of the most important people in government. He's the one who did the bailout to Argentina, or credit swap, depending on what you want to call it. Hey, they did pay us back, so we made money on that. But all right. First, let's start with this, and then let's look at this exchange he had with Mr. Meeks in Congress. And Nicki Minaj is going to come back into play throughout this whole episode, man, because Nicki Minaj is just insane. It's Candace Owens on another level. Let's see what she did with Mr. Bessent. So this is obviously This is obviously to promote Trump accounts, which is a sort of savings account for your children that you can set up. I think Visa's offering it now. It's just a way of juicing the stock market, but don't take my word for it. And we see here the caption, awesome, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent just went full legendary, featured in a viral Nicki Minaj video doing the Bees in the Trap challenge together.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter.
I understand if you like Trump, dude. Why are you writing this space cowboy? Awesome, full legendary. Anyway, that's her Treasury Secretary, okay? He's doing Bees in the Trap. I'm sure it's not a bad idea, these Trump accounts. I'm not going to shit on it. I know it's just to get more dollars into the equity markets. That's what they want you to do. It's kind of like a new 401k, so you put even more money into the stock market. I'm sure it's not a bad idea, dude. In reality is people can't save for retirement, and I don't even blame them, okay? Because retirement, this is too esoteric. I don't think we're really meant to retire, but not in the cringe Ben Shapiro way. I mean it in the sense of it was supposed to be a family institution retirement and a community one, but whatever, putting that aside, people have to save for retirement now. And if you take money from them and put it in the stock market and they can't sell it, that's kind of the only way they'll do the savings. All right, let's see what Mr. Bessent was doing today. So today, he went out to Congress here and he had an exchange with Gregory Meeks. And I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Mr. Bessent, but I'm glad he did this, dude. I am glad he did this. Let's watch him here talking to Mr. Meeks.
All you have to ask is yes or no.
No, Congressman.
We have to be, let me set the context first. The reason he's testifying is because World Liberty Financial, which is an influence peddling cryptocurrency launched by Howard Lutnick, who was in the Trump administration. Basically, if you buy a bunch of this coin, it's a crypto coin, you get influence with the Trump campaign, with the Trump presidency, okay? It's pretty transparent. People know about this at this point. CZ, I think, got off, the founder of Binance, by buying a bunch of this World Liberty Financial coin. This is very controversial. People don't like it. And the reason he's testifying is because it seems like they're going to give them a banking license. Now, if you give them a banking license, now we're going somewhere crazy where the president's inner circle, so the president is going to be able to set up his own private bank while he's in office. So that means that now they have infinite money, right? Because they have the Fed backstop, and they also have capital reserve requirements, so they can lend out 10-1. It's hilarious, bro. Like it is just Mobutu level stuff. So anyway, he's there to testify in regards to this, and let's see this exchange that happens here.
All you have to ask is yes or no.
No, Congressman.
All you have to ask
the
is yes or no.
OCC is an independent entity, and I would know, Congressman.
So I take that as a no.
You traveled to Venezuela.
I take that as a no.
On behalf of
I take
your
that
donors,
as a no.
On behalf of your
You
donors,
do not want to answer that
was
question.
sentenced to 110
I take that as a no.
For a $7 billion.
Gentleman's
contract.
I'm asking you to do your responsibility
Secretary.
as Secretary of the Treasury.
Into a Venezuelan.
You do not.
Mr. Meeks,
Will you?
time has expired.
You cannot erase what you did in
He's the one that went
2006.
past your time, Mr. Chairman.
No, and the
He did not answer my question, and he wouldn't pass the
Mr.
time.
Meeks. He had 6 seconds left to try to answer your question, and the
It was
time
a yes or
expired.
no. It was a yes or no answer. I asked him, Willie. No, was that
Gentlemen,
yes
the
or
chair
no?
recognizes
OCC
the
is an
gentleman.
independent
Stop
Mr.
covering
Bessent.
for the president.
Yeah, well,
Stop
Mr.
being his flunky.
yeah, and
Gentlemen.
He's talking to me. I'm responding
your
back to him.
2006 trip to Venezuela.
Neither
Why
one.
don't-
Stop
why don't you
covering
tell
for
the
the
Secretary
president. Don't be a
that?
flunky. Work for the American
Secretary,
people.
Mr. Meeks.
Trip to
Mr.
Venezuela.
Meeks.
Work for the American people.
And maybe
Don't
you're
be
going-
a
maybe you're
cover-up
going to-
for a mob.
Maybe you're going to
As
see
long
your
as
friend
he talks,
Nicholas
he'll talk.
Maduro
I will.
in
Gentleman is
Brooklyn
not
prison.
recognized. Mr. Bessent, please. I recognize the gentleman from Texas.
Mr. Meeks. Mr. Meeks. During Black History Month, sir. Mr. Meeks. So, all right. As we could take it, how you doing, Ephra? As, Congress has gone mad, whatever, dude. What's important here, in my view, is this. Now that this Venezuela operation, whether you love the Chavistas or you hated the Chavistas, it doesn't matter. They're gone. It's over. The FBI today did raids with the Sabine, which is one of Venezuela's intelligence agencies, okay? They arrested people that were wanted in the SDNY. It's over, all right? It's over. There will be a transition. It's over, okay? What I find fascinating here, first, there's two things, all right? The first one is this. We're doing a hearing about banking and banking regulation, and Mr. Besant turns it into, you are a counter-revolutionary. Like, it's we are here in Lenin territory. Just, you don't support you support the communist government of Venezuela. We're talking about banking, sir. But putting that aside, what I'm glad to see here is these fools, because that's what they were. Listen, man, I'm all for, if you guys support the Venezuelan government, that's up to you. The previous one, all of these fools and grifters like Mr. Meeks, like Danny Glover, like Noam Chomsky, like Sean Penn, like Naomi Campbell, like one of the Kennedys, like all of these people went down to South America to steal money. That's what they did. Danny Glover stole money from Hugo Chavez. The worst offender is Michael Schellenberger, who I have repeatedly called out that piece of shit who should be in prison. These people all went down to South America to steal money from the Venezuelan people. And finally, now that this regime is moving on, I want to see the chickens come home to roost, dude. I want to see Sean Penn arrested. Mr. Meeks, I'm sure he's not the... You are a counter-revolutionary. Sorry, we lost you there. You support Hugo Chavez. Get out of here. It's very funny. I don't think it's productive. I don't think it's very civil. But you can tell that it struck a nerve, and he was trying to down it out, and he's dropping F-bombs in Congress. Brother, if you're still a Democrat, if you still think these people can fight for you, I'm not telling you to be a Republican. I'm not a Republican either. But these people are pathetic, man. End of the line. During Black History Month, Mr. Meeks, are you serious? Efra says, the day the Chinese treasury starts doing TikToks when Nicki Minaj's time is over. My God. Who was in the Epstein files? Besant? Or Nicki Minaj, Mr. Elo? Eve says, according to Elon, we still have all the opinion to retire in 5 years. We all have the option to retire in 5 years or keep working. That would be nice. Interesting point. I've seen a lot of people mentioning that. Sorry, guys. We have to move forward. I've seen a lot of people mentioning that, Mr. Eves, where people are saying that it's going to be increasingly possible to cut down the workday. Lutnick. Yes, Lutnick was in the Epstein files. Absolutely. His was weird because he was talking about bringing his children to, I don't know if it was the island. And he was mentioning his young children. And I think he said their ages. People were making, saying like, oh, he's pimping out his kids. I don't know, that's true. Howard Lutnick is clearly just a con artist. That's about it. I in my opinion, because Howard Lutnick is a con artist. It's just true. I want to show here, this is real schizo territory. We have Janine Pirro, who I can't stand. I've never liked this woman. Let's listen to her talk tough and then listen to her completely change her mind a day later.
You bring a gun into the district, you mark my words, you're going to jail. I don't care if you have a license in another district, and I don't care if you're a law-abiding gun owner somewhere else. You bring a gun into this district, count on going to jail, and hope you get the gun back.
So this is her talking real tough, because we see this rise of anti-2A sentiment in like the MAGA elites, if you can call them that. Donald Trump has never been a gun fan. Obviously, he's from New York. His mom is Scottish. He's not gonna, dude. Anyone who has like an immigrant background, your parents don't get it. They don't get it. None of them get it. It's a very American institution, the one of gun ownership. And after Freddie, we saw that there was a fissure here, a fissure between people that are pro-gun and anti-gun. And Janine Pirro, who's the U.S. attorney for D.C., came out on TV and said this. Now, I'm surprised because the Republicans are supposed to be the 2A party. And of course she got hate, so she came out with this video because this is how everyone communicates to the American people now. Some vertical video trash. Let's see what this woman has to say, bros. From Fox News to the White House.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here in the office, and some people are concerned about something I said yesterday, so I want to be crystal clear. I am a proud supporter of the Second Amendment. I have guns myself, long guns, handguns, and I'm a proud high-heeled gun owner. In fact, I even keynoted an NRA convention. However, you need to be responsible. And every responsible gun owner that I know makes sure that they understand the laws, where they are going, and understand whatever registration requirements there might be. President Trump's goal here, and my goal as well, is to make sure we take guns out of the hands of criminals. There is a reason that we have the lowest homicide rate in recorded history. We're taking guns off the street, illegal guns, in the hands of criminals who want to use those guns to victimize law-abiding citizens. There's a big difference here. You're responsible, you follow the laws, you're not going to have a problem with me.
I can't believe that this woman is in the administration, dude. Look at how she's dressed. Look at this. Like Erica Kirk, showing off the ice, showing off the nails. Pocket, hand in pocket implies nervousness. Know that for life. This jacket, hunched over, Botoxed face. This is literally how they're trying to drive you insane. I gave a talk at the NRA, so that means I like guns. I'm trying to get them off the streets, but I like guns. I don't know how MAGA is going to take this. This is an interesting thesis and antithesis here. The synthesis is going to be something to watch. They obviously don't want you to have guns, but they have to balance this out. And by this, I mean the whole political class, right? But this conflicting messaging, just completely turning around and putting this out, I don't understand how this bodes over with MAGA. And it may become a sticking point. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some people become anti-2A in the MAGA movement based on this stuff. Because some people are cultists and they'll take anything, but a lot of people, I actually don't think they will. This is something of people hate the NRA. Everyone hates the NRA. Find one gun owner that's not over the age of 35 or 50 that likes the NRA. That doesn't mean anything anymore. So I don't know, because Trump in the first term, people got nervous with the Feinstein thing where he said we could look at an assault weapons ban. And this contradiction it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Keep an eye on this. Effer says, like I said yesterday, the world based on the Epstein files has changed. Like how Kulinski says, and I agree. Will the elites escape or impose their will, the whip against us? I truly think with the gun thing, I don't know what they're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump puts in some sort of anti ghost gun legislation. That seems like something that he would be amenable to. But even that, it's so pervasive now that it doesn't even matter anymore. So she's 80, says Eves. I'm not sure, dude, but this woman is way too old to be anywhere near government, and she's just a bad communicator. All right, let's check in on Scott Galloway. I saw someone finally brought this clip up just to show you how stupid these people are. Scott Galloway was one of my favorite punching bags. I hate Scott Galloway. Scott Galloway's a moron. Scott Galloway has never done anything of note in his life. All he did, by his own admission, is buy stocks when they were cheap in 2009. He has done nothing for the world. He's an idiot. He thinks he's going to make you masculine. Scott Galloway looks like, not to be crass, dude, he looks like Scott Adams near the end of his life. But he's like 55 or 60. He already looks, he's a bald-headed freak with wireframe glasses that talks. He's doing he's doing a voice, right? He's a disgusting freak who looks like, dude, he doesn't even look low T. He looks like he's taking estrogen. This man is here to tell you how to be masculine. And whatever. I hate this guy. This guy's a moron. This guy deserves to be under the prison. And let's see what he did last election here. Because I thought, by the way, before you watch this, and I have never bought into risk-adjusted returns. I think this is a retarded concept invented by Wall Street. I don't like it. Whatever. Let's put that aside. Let's see what he did before the election. I want to know what happened to this money, Scott.
I'll tell you what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to bet $358,000 on Harris, because on Polymarket, it's 62.38. Because my observation is that the people who go to these betting sites tend to be younger, tend to be more male, and they're much more Trump. The statistics in the polls, every A+ quality poll shows it is a toss-up within the margin of error with a slight advantage to Trump. So if I said to you, Steve, and I'm going to flip a coin, you have to pick heads or tails. If you bet $1, though, you're going to get $2.90 back. You would take that bet. because say it's a 50% or close to 50% likelihood, but the payoff is 2.8 to 1 on a risk adjusted basis, you're getting free risk adjusted return. If I win, I get $1 million back. So even if the edge is to him on a risk adjusted basis, it's a great bet.
Was it a great bet, Scott? And I'm sure if you ask him, it was a great bet. I was doing my own calculation. These people, I'm glad that this is recorded. No one should listen to this man, dude. This guy was $358,000 of wrong. Minimum. $250,000. Why would you trust him on any other take? If you are that bad of a bettor that you lost $250,000 because of your observations of betting sites, you're a finance guy. You know how betting sites work. You're full of shit. You're retarded. Betting sites attract all sorts of capital because there's money to be made. It doesn't skew in any direction. It skews towards interest and intelligence. What are you dude, these people, they should lock him up for betting on Polymarket. Probably use a VPN. He should be locked up. This guy, every time he gets on he's literally getting on there to drive you crazy. That's the only reason he transmits on YouTube. What is the point of this? This guy was so astronomically wrong. I hope that at least I'm sure if you listen to this guy, you have to have some sort of holes in your brain or something to begin with. But I hope that some people can fucking change this. All right, let's move on. We have to go here to the legendary winner of 2026, bro. And it just started. Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm going to read you this tweet. He just can't stop. He can't stop. Let me read you this. Straight from Bibi's mouth. An amazing revelation about Ehud Barak that was exposed in recordings of his pedophile friend, Jeffrey Epstein. Ehud Barak suggests carrying out selection among Jews and importing to Israel the right kind of Jews, those who are neither Mizaria nor right-wing. When the left and its messiah, Ehud Barak, failed to win at the ballot box, they try to replace the people. And if that's not enough, they can always rely on Bennett and Lapid's Brotherhood of Brothers to team up once again with the Muslim Brotherhood. And then this is obviously not in English. I'm sure it's very funny if you speak Hebrew.
מסמכי אפשטיין ממשיכים לספק הצצה על גם הקלטות, ובהקלטות הללו ברק מדבר מאוד פתוח על החברה הישראלית.
I don't have an ear for Hebrew. This is the funniest thing I've seen from the Epstein files, dude. BB, the big boss here, bro. This guy is hilarious. He's turning this. He just said they're doing the great replacement in Israel. They're doing the great replacement to Israel, is what he's saying, with the wrong kinds of Jewish people. Jeffrey Epstein was doing the great replacement to Israel with Ehud Barak. This kind of spin is just so funny. It's not even spin. He's not in the files. So he can do whatever he wants. The brains on this. Bro, this guy's a genius. He's a genius. It's undeniable he's a genius. You may hate him. You may think he's a war criminal. You may think he's a war hero or a genocider. He's the smartest guy on the planet. This level of trolling is just, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. He can't keep getting away with it, Mr. Fuck, we don't have that clip. I need to get that one back. He can't keep getting away with it. He is literally. And he says Ben is on billionaire drugs. The man is unstoppable. Dude, I saw that tweet. There's no way. He put it out in Hebrew, by the way. The great replacement to Israel. It's just so funny. Let's continue. We have to get to this. We honor Black history on this show, but not like this. This is just too much for me. The MTA in New York said to commemorate Transit Equity Day and Black History Month, a seat has been reserved today to honor the legacy of Rosa Parks. Each and every day, we're committed to providing accessible and equitable transport for all. And here we have the Rosa Parks seat that's reserved for Rosa Parks. I guess Rosa Parks AI will sit down here. at some point with Charlie Kirk AI. This is liberalism insanity. I don't get this, man. I've never understood this. It's like when they go after John McCain for voting against Martin Luther King Day. I'm glad we have a federal holiday, but they're like, oh, he was racist. He explicitly said, I'm from Arizona. What does Martin Luther King have to do with me? What does Rosa Parks have to do with New York? This wasn't, I assume there was discrimination in New York. This was a regional issue. This was the South that had this issue. Why are you reserving seats for Rosa Parks AI? This liberal self-flagellation, this drives you nuts. If you're getting on the bus in New York and you see this, are you supposed to think that Rosa Parks happened on the fucking Q train? It was in Alabama. It wasn't over. It doesn't make sense. Miss Julia points out John McCain had an adopted black son. Yeah, these people, the liberal mind, I make fun of the liberals and the conservatives. This is just crazy. And it's one less seat for the free bus. Where's the free bus? Let's continue. We can save that. We can save that. And I think we'll end Schizo Watch with this, dude. Let's watch here, since we had BB. Let's watch the latest Blue Square Alliance Super Bowl ad that's coming this weekend. And I feel like, all right, let's watch it first.
Loser. Dude.
Did you see that? Should we tell him? So bad.
Oh, bro, look at him. Oh my gosh.
It's not funny. Stop.
Do not listen to that.
Thank you, man.
I know how it feels. Nah. They're not worth it, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I was tripping.
What's your name?
Name's Dave.
David?
Yeah.
Allow.
I think they have to be trolling at this point. There's no way that they're doing this. I don't know if it's me being Hispanic or something where I'm going, dude, if anyone's under the thumb right now, I'm sure it's Hispanic people. I'm sure there's anti-Semitism. I'm sure it's not good. It's not nice. Yes, Robert Kraft pays for these. The most stereotypical black character they could put in, nah, bruh, they ain't worth it. They have to be trolling. Dude, because there's no way that this stuff is not designed to make people angry. This is designed to do the opposite of what it's supposed to do, right? This is the most impish, stupid ad. Dude, if you could hire me, I could do great anti-Semitism ads. Was he a black Jew? I don't know. Let's watch again. I know how it feels.
Thank you, man.
Do not listen to that.
And the acting is bad. The acting is bad. And Eves is bringing it up. Kids will model what the screen shows them. Yeah, you're literally going to create this tension. If kids watch this, they're going to go, wait, dude, there's Jewish people out there? Why don't I do this? This is like anti-persuasion. Why would you make this ad? This ad is going, and it has to be that they're trying to troll. There's no way that they're not trolling people and they want more of this. This is like if I made an ad for Hispanic hate and the main character's name, his name was David. I named the fucking character Juan and he's walking around in a sombrero. And then his great black friend pulls up and he's like, no te preocupes. What? All right. Let's get to our next segment.
The people are retarded.
All right. I think we have some people of the Jewish faith where the Goyim have gone insane, dude. Let's start here. We have to look into the liberal mind once again. We've been going very counter-liberal lately, but don't worry, there's going to be other stuff.
What radicalized you? What radicalized you? Well, since you asked... Well, Batman and Superman, Optimus Prime, all taught me how to be good. From these mutant brothers, if you can help others, well then you probably should. Indiana, Diana, and Captain America punching Yahtzees in the face. Both Static and Titans had episodes saying only idiots care about race. Then Harry and Percy both taught me the lesson that adults are not always right. And when that happens to be just like Katniss, you need to stand up and fight. Well, Robin and Zorro explained to us the concept of wealth distribution, and though he won't like it, he
We need camps, dude. We need camps. This is not, you can't coexist with this anymore. You can't. I go at conservatives all the time. This Walt Disney, if I could show him that drawing Steamboat Willie was going to lead to this, I bet he would have stopped. This is, the liberal brain is just, I watched it in a movie once. It's just, I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Therefore, these people have no souls, no. What is the point of this? To interpret the world as a fucking film. It's not real life. Harry Potter, let me inform, for anyone, breaking news, Harry Potter isn't real. He's not real. He's not a real person. It was an actor who played Harry Potter. Everything they see, and I've noticed it in real life, dude, with liberals, if you talk to them about something, you're like, hey, man, there's a complicated, you go to a liberal, you're like, it was very complicated when the Maltese debt crisis happened. Because they were going to resort to selling gold, actually, from their gold reserves onto the open market because the European Union did not have their backs, especially after Greece had fallen. They'll go, is Malta Captain America or the Hulk? And you're just, what is the point of talking to you? What is the point of talking to you? Everything is through slop. Your filter for your brain is slop. Let's continue. Re-education camps. Re-education camps. We have to get here during Black History Month, dude. Imagine this. Let's see what, again, liberals are doing.
That kind of energy, like we should rip people apart from their families.
Are you a man?
Wow. Wow, is that a question?
Wow.
Okay. How do you feel about ripping people from their families? Does that feel good?
Fucking house here.
You heard that.
Sir, I need to move.
Fucking house nigga working for the fucking KKK.
Why are you calling a woman a man? I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
Fucking house nigga, bitch. Go work for your fucking slave.
Listen, man. What is going on with these liberals? Isn't that a microaggression? Isn't that what do they call it? I forgot the woke era. Microaggression. There was a bunch of little words like that. Problematic. Isn't that a little problematic? Calling someone a house N-word during Black History Month? You're gonna call someone a house N-word during Black History Month. You're gonna do that. Dude, you listen. I'm not saying it's ever appropriate, but during Black History Month, they've gone insane, bro. They've gone insane. Like, how could you do this on camera too?
I always wonder how dumb this goyim sometimes can be.
During Black History. All right. Let's continue. No, we can skip that for the day. Skip that. Again, now we're gonna look at the other side of this coin. There's a flip side to that coin, you see. I'll play it out, dude. People have lost their minds in this country. Let's watch.
Tell the world what you just said, man. That's probably why you deformed. Make sure you tell your son to watch his mouth. He's using derogatory terms.
He's not my son.
Well, whoever he is.
He is a special needs.
Well,
You cannot make him stop.
he can stop saying that. How did he learn the word?
He learned it from people at school.
So why he
His
using
family
it?
doesn't talk like that.
So why he using it against other people?
He's special needs, sir.
But he
You
know.
understand
But
that?
so why he knows to call me? Come on, man, get out of here. You're on camera.
You don't understand.
I don't
He
need to
has a
understand.
genetic disorder.
But he's smart enough
His
to
brain
know.
is not right.
But he knows where to use the word
Okay,
at and
leave me alone.
who's to use it to.
Leave me alone.
Then get out of here.
I didn't say anything. I said Mickey Mouse.
I said midget.
Mickey Mouse.
This is like a holdover of the woke era, dude. I never liked this that they used to do, where this person is clearly disabled. This child is clearly disabled. Why? And I'm not saying this to say lesser of them. Why would you fight a disabled person? Why would, dude, if someone, let's say someone with Down syndrome called me a spick or something, let's say they meant it. I'm not fighting someone with Down syndrome over words. But this is this level of emotionality. And in this case, it's this, but I've seen it in other cases, man, where liberals will blow things out of proportion like this. And on the other side of the coin, we have them calling the ICE agents house N-words. So, listen, man, he's disabled. What are you going to do about it? You going to fight disabled people? The Goyim have gone nuts, bro. They've gone nuts. Let's watch here. Let's save that, dude. We have a lot to do. We have a lot to get to, unfortunately. So, well, fortunately. Yeah, we can do this. Let's do this. I ordered this. I ordered the copy of this new book by Yuval Harari from Sapiens, Goyim, A Brief History of the Cattle. I ordered this after finishing the Epstein interview. Richard Hanania turned me on to this book. I think that this is, you guys can go read the fake version, Sapiens. This is the one that I'm really interested in. Endorsed by Big Jeff himself, Goyim tackles the biggest questions of history and of the modern world and is written in unforgettably vivid language. Jeffrey Epstein, financier. I think that this is probably a great book. So I got it on Amazon and I look forward to learning about my people, the Gentiles. I would like to know more. And speaking of them, to finish, let's watch here, maybe from the MAGA-tards. Let's watch this gentleman over here who's looking for employment.
Hey, yo, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to get this to DJT. Get this to Donald J. Trump soon as possible. Hey, Donald Trump, listen here, bro. Hey, how much you paying per illegal? How much you paying per illegal? Cause I got about 50 niggas over here, tall ones, like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that I know can run a Mexican down in 0.3 seconds, easy. We can round their ass up for you. All you gotta do is let me know what the price is on their head. I got some niggas out here ready to get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? The dope game over with, Donald J. So let's make the new game catch it illegal. Chase a Mexican, Venezuelan, Honduras, and whoever over here don't supposed to be over here. Let's start paying the Americans to run them down and tie them up. Let's lasso their ass. Let's do some shit like that right there, man. Take this shit back to the Western days. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get at me, man.
All right, that's it. People are underemployed in this country, dude. We have, and I feel like, what's her name? The North Korean defector. In America, people have to beg the government for bounty hunter job because there is no money. Like, dude. And I don't want to get into this during Black History Month, but let's be real. Let's be real here. The last time that Venezuelans moved into Chicago, I remember a lot of tough talk on TikTok of black people saying, man, we're going to kill all of them. Don't even worry. And then what happened? Then I saw a lot of people begging for ICE to come in because they couldn't handle it. So putting that aside, but can you believe how bad the job market is, man? Though, fuck, man. We have to beg the government for jobs on social media to deport people. Mr. President, please, I don't have a W-2. Just... My God. All right. I think we have time for this last one. This one's really the going insane, dude. Let's
Hi girls, I'm Jess. This is my body and this is my belly overhang. I shared this online to help other women feel seen and represented. Today I'm going to be trying on some gorgeous activewear in a lovely chocolate brown colour. Take a look at these. This is a gorgeous halter neck top. It does have the padding in as well. You can remove them.
This is the end result.
If you do want to shop this outfit, comment link down below.
The normie, given that the normie's a nihilist, the goyim, my fellow Gentiles, they chase trends, they follow trends, and I'd like someone to inform this woman here that Ozempic exists, Lizzo is skinny now. What is the point of... Dude, what is this? I really... What were they cooking when they started the body positivity movement? What were they actually cooking? This was doomed from the start already. You could tell. It was obviously like real 1984 shit, what we were going through. Back in like the 2010s when they were like, Lizzo's the most beautiful woman on the planet. And you had to go, yes, big brother, she is the most beautiful woman on the planet. I would love to get me some Lizzo. Lizzo is a beautiful woman. Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, obese people. And the ladies love obese men. This was the worst and most annoying thing. Now, there were more annoying things. That one was particularly annoying. And seeing these people, it's like watching a Japanese holdout or something in the 60s. You're like, why are you still doing this? Baby girl, they invented Ozempic. Why are you doing this to yourself? This is just embarrassing at this point. Lizzo skinny, Oprah skinny. There's no need for this anymore. There's no need. Obviously, this is unhealthy for you. Why don't you get rid of it? You don't have to be body positive. You can just take the drugs. They're free. And you're British. They're free, right? Aren't they free in England? Oh, yeah. All right. It was funded by Mondelez. Who's that mystery? All right. Let's get to the rest of the show. All right. Let's start here. I already told you guys, dude, I don't like talking about this, but whatever. We got to talk about Puerto Ricans. Because, again, I have to show you here, and I guess we're beating up on the liberals this week, man. We do conservatives a lot, so liberals get some stuff here. If you didn't watch the Grammys, I was going to get into this yesterday. I didn't watch this. Oh, the food company. Interesting. I didn't watch the Grammys. I'm going to look that up. I didn't watch them. This is slop. If you're still watching the Grammys and the Big 2026, if you're using your valuable gooning time, your mewing time, your jelking time, your edging session time to watch the Grammys, you deserve to be put in a labor camp. You really do. You should be gooning. You should be having a good time instead of watching this crap. You knew it was going to be bad. And the reason we have to talk about this, is because Gen X, we've gone into this before. A lot of them are like entering 2016. You know, they're on Joe Rogan. They're watching like I'm watching Joe Rogan. I'm watching what else? Alex Jones. Yeah, I'm watching interesting stuff. Stuff that we found in like 2015 or 2016. But the liberal elites are still behaving like it's 2018. And it must be great in Versailles. They probably don't even have inflation there. They're probably having a great time at Versailles. Because this level of forthright liberal crap, this woke crap that they won't let go is just embarrassing. And I have to say, in particular here with Bad Bunny, I've never liked this guy. I think he's an embarrassment to the Latin American community. I think he's an embarrassment to Puerto Ricans. I think he's an embarrassment to the Venezuelan government who funded him. Bad Bunny has set Latin America back by at least 30 years. All right, whatever. This whole show there was a lot of cooning, man. A lot of cooning on the parts of Hispanics. A lot of cooning. And we're going to use that cooning to take us into Bad Bunny because it became about immigration, okay? So here we have, this guy's from my neck of the woods, Marcelo Hernandez, who's half Dominican, half Cuban, who just tap dancing all the time, tap dancing. Oh, yeah, I'm tap dancing. Dude, this is Marcelo Hernandez. Let me pull it up, dude. This is Marcelo Hernandez, bro. Like, the level of cooning is just insane. It's insane. Let's look it up. This is Marcelo Hernandez tap dancing. Let's do it. Yeah, it's here we go. And this is kind of disrespectful, but this is Marcelo Hernandez. This is what he's doing every day, every weekday on SNL. He's just doing this, making us look like this. Tap dance, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, the white man. Oh, you tap dance for the white man. Good sir. You go ahead and do it. Oh, yeah. We love our tap dancing. Yeah. All right. It's the same shit as Sofia Vergara. I can't stand this, okay? Let's watch here just to start because this became a referendum on Hispanicism.
Buenas noches, buenas noches.
Arriba, arriba, Latino.
¿Dónde están los latinos? Una bulla, que no se oye. Sorry, we had to do that.
We're always the loudest.
Yes. To everyone else, we would like to say good evening. As a kid, every Saturday, my mom used to wake us up at 8 a.m. to clean the house.
I'm stopping there because this is too much cooning. This is too much cooning. We're loud. Oh, yeah, we're loud people, man. We're loud people. And we clean. Oh, we love... Dude, what are we doing here? No. What is this? This is a minstrel show. We're loud people, man. We love to be loud. We love to... we love being loud. Oh, yeah. Oh, we love it. And we love our taco. I can't go on like... I'm going to start identifying as white. I can't do this. This is too embarrassing. Oh, my mommy, she cleaned the house at 8 in the morning. Oh, yeah. Dude. This tap dancing is just so ridiculous. I can't stand... Bro, I am Hispanic and I have to navigate the world as a Hispanic. Marcelo gets up there and I go up to a white guy, he's going, oh, you're the loud people, right? Oh, I saw it on the Grammys. You're loud. And your mommy cleans the house. Oh, yeah, she plays the loudest music. Yeah. Bro, you got the lowrider too, right? Oh, dude, you eat tacos and shit. Thank you, Marcelo. Thank you for this. I love dealing with this stuff. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I hate everything. Says Marco Rubio's our best. Yeah, dude, it's literally Marco Rubio against everyone else. Love him or hate him, bro. Marco Rubio is the only one making Hispanic people look like normal people. It's just, this is ridiculous. And I'm glad Mr. Elu says this. This is literally what Sharon Osbourne said. We're good at cleaning. We love to clean. Oh, I love to clean. I love to use the fabuloso. They love saying that. I love to fabuloso. And my mom, she throw the chancla at me. It is a level of coonery that I am astounded by. How you doing? How you doing, Jose? Let's continue. We started here. Okay, let's continue. Then we had this. I've always had a problem with Cardi B. I don't like her. Because Cardi B is Dominican and Trinidadian. However, she doesn't ever, that I've seen, identify with these identities till a few years ago. And I've noticed black people say this as well about her, where they're like, you were black up until 5 minutes ago. This lady, let's watch what she did on the Grammy stage, bro. Let's watch.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter.
You were black till 5 minutes ago. You were black till 5 minutes ago. This was the Grammys. This was the Grammys. I'm pretty sure, dude. Yeah, this was at the Grammys. This is not... If you've been to the Dominican Republic, it's not ghetto like this. This is ghetto behavior. This is not what our traditional dances look like in the Caribbean. We have sensual dances, of course, tambores in Venezuela. But this is embarrassing. This whole show was like this, dude. It was all like this. And then finally, we have to get to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is like public enemy number one. Okay? Bad Bunny is hated by the president, by President Trump. MAGA doesn't, MAGA doesn't like Bad Bunny because he's doing the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't like Bad Bunny because I don't like his music. I don't like his performance. I find him incredibly annoying. I don't like him. Okay? And so Bad Bunny, listen, for some reason, he's become this face of anti-ICE. You're Puerto Rican. You have no risk with ICE. You don't. How is this the face of anti-ICE? And his people are just, his fans are taking this all incredibly seriously because Bad Bunny, it has Korean K-pop level fans in the Latin community, but also in the white community. I'm finding it a lot in the white community. Okay? So first, let's put this out here. Okay? This is how he showed up to the Grammys. This is what they're saying about him. So Bad Bunny is wearing a bulletproof vest, according to his insane fans at the Grammys, because Donald Trump hates him. Because conservatives hate him. I'm tired of this crap, dude. Liberals and right-wingers alike do this. Conservatives. You can wear a bulletproof vest if you want. As we say in Spanish, fear is free. You can do... Dude, this is all performative slop, and people eat it up. They eat it up. This guy probably has 6 Israelis on the payroll following him around every minute of the day. This is like when people say I'm getting death threats. I've gotten death threats. You hang up the phone. You call the police. You don't have to. I get death threats. Everyone gets death threats, dude. Everyone's on Twitter. This stuff is just, and I'm not showing it randomly, just so you can see the level of insanity that we're reaching here with Bad Bunny. Where it's like, oh, this is the hero Latinos need because no. Would Jelly Roll shoot him? I wonder if it's Jelly Roll, right? He has to wear it because of Jelly Roll. That's why. It's just his fans are insatiable and annoying. Okay? I Hate Everything says, no, Dominican culture has gotten worse now. I don't know if it's Western influence or something in the water. Dude, last time I was there, I've only been twice. And I got to the real countryside, and that was nice. But you may be right, you know? And everything says, the tinfoil hat here, Bad Bunny's a plan to destroy Latin masculinity. Brother, Bad Bunny, and I don't get into it because it's not that interesting. You should look up into who financed Bad Bunny. There are some schizos that will point it out, but it is actually true. He got his start from someone who was doing money laundering that was part of the Chavista government. So some people say, like, oh, it was like Chavez's, you know, fucking, what do you call it? Like the death button, you know, like when you, like the fuck up Latin America. I don't know if that's true or not. I just know that's true, you know. Jose saying that he's a fan of Bad Bunny's bringing up gentrification. I have no problem with him bringing up gentrification. I have a problem with the ICE thing because it's like, dude, this is just stolen valor. Because I think that despite liberals saying their culture and all this, I don't think they know that Puerto Ricans are United States citizens. I really don't think liberals realize that. Conservatives definitely don't. But liberals are like, oh, he's brown. He's from Puerto Rico. I'm sure they would say he's brown. This is a white man. This is a trigueño at most. You know, so it's whatever. Let's continue. But yeah, the gentrification, dude, Puerto Rico's fucked. They are going to get gentrified. The only thing that can save them is inheritance law, which is pretty good. So he got on stage here and he said this. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I'm going to say, eyes out. We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans, and we are Americans. Also, I want to say to the people, I know it's tough to know, not to hate on these days, and I was thinking, sometime we get contaminados. I don't know how to say that in English. The hate get more powerful with more hate. The only thing that is more powerful than hate is love.
What is this? This is Lin-Manuel Miranda level crap. What year do these celebrities live in? Literally, what year is this? This looks like something that could have been filmed in 2018. These award shows are the last vestige of the woke era. This is clearly alienating to the audience. And that's why the fucking numbers are in the toilet for all this shit. And, you know, I don't watch it because I don't waste my time. I rather goon than watch this. But obviously, conservatives and the New York Post and stuff are going to pick up on this and say, Bad Bunny got up there and said, ICE out. Do you think that that's going to be good or bad for the publicity of ICE? You know, like, is this good or bad, Bad Bunny? Listen, man, obviously it doesn't matter. It's just a celebrity at the end of the day. I'm just astounded at their inability to adapt. Hollywood can't do it, and neither can the music industry. ICE out. And furthermore, dude, one thing that is really starting, because I've always hated it, is when Americans prescribe morality to neutral words. Alien is a neutral word. Alien means that you're not from a place. It doesn't mean extraterrestrial, okay? We are not alien. You're not an alien because you're an American citizen. You were born in Puerto Rico. Why are you talking about this? Why are you talking about this? I don't know if this is even to drive the liberals nuts. He has no stakes in this. Puerto Rico has been a U.S. territory for 100 years. Why is he talking about this? Oh, because my fans, they get the party. Brother, what are you talking about? It's just, I really think this guy's whole game is to drive people nuts, man. I'll never forget, I talked to a Dominican guy about him years ago, and he's like, this is our new Cervantes, a guy singing about eating ass and dressing up in a dress. And I'm not even coming from a politics side, dude. You could say ICE is bad or something, but this is just pathetic. It's pathetic. And conservatives are going to be even more pathetic on pounce on it, because what they should do is just ignore this. I just find it so distasteful, so lacking in taste. Everything says Ricky Martin walks so Bad Bunny can do it. All right. Efra says, I hate to agree with Bad Bunny. Maybe he's right about hating ability to contaminate. In fact, I understood what he meant. Well, yeah, hate begets hate, right? Obviously. But I will say, Efra, I see it as a platitude. This is a guy who spends his whole music career is singing about eating ass. Literally, I'm not fucking with you. You guys don't speak Spanish, some of you, so you won't hear the lyrics. It's about eating ass. That's what he's singing about in Spanish. Eating ass. He's singing about eating ass to 12-year-olds in fucking Venezuela. That's what he's doing. He's singing about eating ass. Eating ass. This is Bad Bunny, the singer who's singing about eating ass. So pardon me when I go, oh yeah, hey, begets, hey, it's a good. You're the guy who sings about eating ass. That's what you sing about. This isn't Jose Feliciano or Willie Colon. This is a guy who sings about eating ass. Eating ass. That's what he sings about. Do you and I'm not mad at you, Efra, I'm just saying in general, lyrics to Bad Bunny song in English. What's the song about eating ass called? Let's see. Bad Bunny songs translated into English. Let me look up the name of the song. Bad Bunny Come Culo Canción. Let's look it up. Si tu novio no me... Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. Let's do this. Si tu novio no te mama el culo. Let's do this in English lyrics. I'm going to read you some Bad Bunny lyrics. All right, let's read them. The fuck is it? Bro. All right. Oh, this is another one. You have an amazing ass. Anything that gets you breaking the highway, move it, move it, move it, move it. What, Safira? You have a fucking amazing ass. Anything that gets you breaking the highway. What are you lacking in respect, baby? How do you dare to show up without panties? Today you came out ready for me. I thought that she was coming to sleep. No, she came ready now, down for a brushing. She sucks my lollipop. Alone she gets on her knees. Hey, how dare you show up without panties? This is the intellect of our time. Okay. This is what's going on in Latin America. Puerto Rico used to make the best music. It used to make, I'm not messing with you. The Fania All-Stars made the best music of all time. Willie Colon. Now they're singing about eating ass. And to think the Panamanians and the Puerto Ricans are constantly fighting each other over who invented this. And look, I'm not going to hate it, right? I mean, it was going to happen. But I find it so distasteful. Jose says that this album was more traditional. I haven't listened, dude. I listened to one Bad Bunny song and it was like eating ass, and I'm astounded at the lyricism. I'm like, this is, Jose. I'm sure because I've heard snippets and yeah, like he's sampling some stuff, but I just find, I don't know. I couldn't find any value in this. Look, man, and it's not about the themes. Every Hispanic loves fucking Hector Lavoe, right? He has a whole song about a trans person. It's a great song. Eating ass, you know. Adrian says Bad Bunny is far from a political figure. He's like Sidney Sweeney for the right, but the left version. The right is genuinely snowflake maxing about him as all around. Adrian, I completely agree with this take. That is a great take. I really like that take. I like that take. Very good take. All right. I like that one. Again, we're going to see his fan base here. A gentle reminder that Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, a black Caribbean sexually fluid man who up to 10 years ago was a member of the working class, gainfully employed as a bagger at a grocery store, now has the Grammy Album of the Year. The limit simply does not exist. Si él es negro, yo soy negro también. If Bad Bunny's a black man, then I'm black too. These people are delusional. And you see, because Adrian came with the right take. This has to be people on the right. Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico, therefore he comes from a mixed race. Nevertheless, he's not black. Why would you even correct this? This is on its face the stupidest thing I have read. Bad Bunny's not black. Obviously, I'm not black. I think we have the same complexion. Why are you responding to this? Why are you even responding to this? Jose says, El Gran Barón. Oh, yeah, that was really cool. What? El Cantante. I was thinking of El Cantante. He committed suicide in El Cantante, right? Dude, I love it. Maná was the last Latino band that I was really proud. You know, it's like, dude, these lyrics are good, you know. And Muelle San Blas, dude, do you know that's a real story? If there's any Maná fans here, dude, there was really a lady whose husband went out to sea in Mexico and he died and disappeared. And she stayed there every day waiting for him to come back. Crazy shit. I love Willie Colon, dude. La Gran Fuga. I love Willie Colon. He's my favorite. And that's why I look at this stuff, dude, and I'm like, Willie Colon's still alive. Put out an album, dude. I can't take this anymore. But yes, why are you responding to this? The snowflakeization on the right is another part of this problem because it further amplifies this stupidity. Now, obviously, I don't even want to touch this because Kid Rock, apparently the I guess you can call it the kosher the kosher halftime show, the right wing halftime show, the Nazi Donald Trump MAGA halftime show still going on. I'm not saying Nazi, I'm saying as what people would say. You know, and Kid Rock's going to be headlining, so people are already making fun of it because they're saying that, you know, Bad Bunny's better than Kid Rock. I don't care. This whole thing is stupid. I don't care. It's all stupid. I don't care about the halftime show. I don't care about the TPUSA halftime show. I don't care. But this is taking up every bit of the time. And it continues, man, because on this Grammys, again, we see more. This is in Portuguese, so this is going international. I'm going to darken up a little bit so I can look more Latino. Here's Bad Bunny before and Bad Bunny now. I don't care. Why are you mad? I don't care. I know you guys are the ice of pop, but it's no use trying to invalidate the Latinidad of someone who was born and raised in Puerto Rico and has La Mudanza in their discography, and Bad Bunny's here carrying the Puerto Rican. It's so stupid. Dude, Marco Rubio, if you can hear me, please don't do anything stupid, bro. You're the last Latino out here that's making us look good. It's embarrassing what's going on, and it's bringing everyone into the conversation. It's embarrassing. Anyway, and to end this segment here, we still have to talk about something else from the Grammys. Brooklyn Dad Defiant. You probably remember this from the first Trump turn. This guy should be under the electric chair, under the prison. I don't know how this guy is still on Twitter. Brooklyn Dad Defiant. This guy is so mentally retarded. If you don't remember, let's look at Brooklyn Dad Defiant. This guy is a mental case. He's been posting about Trump for 10, 11 years. This guy is unbearable to me. I can't stand this guy. I hate this guy. He has never posted anything insightful. It's just lib slop. I'm surprised his account still even exists. Proud Papa perpetually pissed. That's how you get the cancer. Blue Wave 2026 feminist. How does this person still exist? This is why the Grammys was important to me. You saw that this time capsule still exists. The 2010s liberal is still alive. And they're still posting slop. Let's look at what he said here. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, MAGA, take a moment. We disconnected there. Enjoy your sad loser fest with Kid Rock. And he posted this video of Bad Bunny, which this was some insane buck dancing back in the day, dude. This was the most embarrassing shit I had seen in a long time when it came out. For the non-Latinos, Shakira has to keep shaking her 50-year-old ass because her identity came out in the Panama Papers as evading Spanish taxes. So that's why she's still shaking her ass in her 50s. This was embarrassing enough. This was like 5 years ago. Her and Jennifer Lopez, two pre-geriatric Latinas, shaking their asses on TV, just making us look stupendously. Thank you for making us look like that. I love it. And Brooklyn Dad Defiant, who writes like this in the big 2026? That makes him American. You know, half of the Puerto Ricans don't consider themselves part of the United States. They don't want to be part of it. Brooklyn, this level of lib slop it's really something, dude. It drives you nuts to watch that. I didn't know this still existed. And it really is amazing to me that it's still there. These people, in some ways, we should put them on a reservation. It's like Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney should be put on a reservation with the other old school Republicans as a historical curiosity. I want Brooklyn Dad Defiant to be fed fucking apples by children. This was a liberal in 2017. Look at him. Feed him an apple. Feed him, what do they drink? Soylent. You know, these people are insufferable. I can't believe they still exist, and I guess they're the only ones watching the Grammys. I hate everything. Says these are the people who live in the city. Oh, brother. Dude, if you live with Brooklyn. Anyway, we have to continue. Because it didn't stop there.
No one is.
To show you how ridiculous this liberalism is, dude. Again, we were done with. America is done with this stuff, whether you like it or not. With the, we'll protect black trans women. What was the other stuff? Even abolish ICE. What were the other slogans? No kids in cages. All of those very kinetic slogans that were a fixture of the first Trump term are over, including land acknowledgements and we are on stolen land. No one believes this. No one ever believed it. And I thought they were done with this. Microsoft said they weren't going to do it anymore. Apple said, do you know how ridiculous that was? Do you remember when CEOs would go out there and they'd be like, we're on stolen land? Billie Eilish, the necromancer that she is, had to bring up this old slogan that I hadn't heard. I'm listening to this like I'm a boomer, and I'm like, oh, we used to listen to this Stone song. She's like, and everybody knows her name. Yeah, I remember I was at Woodstock. That was me listening to Billie Eilish repeat, there is no on stolen land. I'm just amazed at the fact this still exists. I hate everything. Says, is Shakira biologically not from Colombia? Bro, let's not go there, dude, because she is Colombian. She identifies with it, right? She's Lebanese, obviously, but like Venezuelans, there's a lot of Venezuelan Arabs, but they just see them. I think Colombia is similar to Venezuela and El Salvador, where they're just like Colombian at that point, right? But yeah, she's shaking her Arab Colombian ass in her 50s. Let's watch here Billie Eilish.
No one is illegal on stolen land. And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we...
What is this? Why don't they go shoot the Imagine video again? These people, dude, we are getting to Versailles levels of out of touchness. This is a time traveler from 2010 coming in here to tell all of the... Dude, this is a time traveler from 1776 going into Versailles in 1788, and he's like, oh, they're still doing the same shit. I love it. This is crazy. And of course, people seize on it now. And this is where I will break away and say that they're being snowflakes. No, they were snowflakes on the Bad Bunny thing. Now the lib is the snowflake here. What are you talking about? This stolen land thing, this is over. You had your moment in the sun. That slogan no longer applies. And of course, everyone started making fun of it. LA firm offers to evict Billie Eilish from her mansion on behalf of the Tongva tribe. Eilish's admission that she lives on stolen land gives the tribe a rightful action for possession as the true owner of the property. The 30-day notice is already written and ready to be served. I don't know if this is going to happen. I doubt it is. We see people here coming out to her house. Look at this. And they're harassing her, if that's what you want to call it.
We are here because this is stolen land, Billy, and we think we should be given access to your quite lovely $3 million mansion. Hello, Ben Leo from The Late Show Live on GB News. Do you remember when Billie Eilish said this at the Grammys?
No one is illegal on stolen land. Nice is all I want to say, sorry.
Well, Billy reckons there's no such thing as an illegal human because we're all on stolen land, so...
Again, this is more slop. This whole country has an insatiable appetite for slop. Oh, and then Billy said this, and then they went over there, and they saw her house, and they were like, you're not supposed to be... Dude, everyone has turned into a 12-year-old Taylor Swift fan. Or a Barb. Everyone in this country, you're in prison and you're cheering on a gang. That's what you're doing. Oh my God. Oh, he really owned them here. Who cares? Who cares? Billie Eilish is dumb? Wow, you're telling me for the first time. I had no idea. And the liberals and the conservatives both just eating the... I love slop. I love the slop. That's all they do. That's all they do, man. That's the whole media environment now. It's just slop. It's slop. I hate everything says, I'm sure Billie's a plant because her parents were already in the music and entertainment industry. I'm sure too. I agree. I mean, most of these people, we're at the end stage for these industries, right? They are overly nepotistic. They are people who live in a castle, where they're, like they have a rampart around them and they don't want to let anyone in. Try to go start a music career. Probably won't go well. You should probably do it on YouTube. These people are just overly nepotistic people. And what happens with nepotism, even in our day and age, this is my theory, is that they breed the most beautiful people with the most beautiful people and produce beautiful people, which is a form of eugenics, but at the expense of you make everyone retarded. And I'm not saying beautiful people are inherently stupid, but I'm saying when you have beautiful people that are just deluded out of this world, I'm sure that kills your IQ, dude. I'm sure John Legend and the mayor of Twitter, what was her name? His stupid wife. They were both beautiful people and they had babies. I'm sure those children are going to be retarded because their parents are retarded. It's not just they're beautiful, they're also retarded. All right. And that takes us to this. Oh my God, dude, I live in hell, man. I live in hell.
We live in hell. We live in the gutter.
Oh my God,
dude. These fucking assholes! The fuck is their problem, man?
We got to get to Epstein. Now that I've lost. So firstly, I asked ChatGPT, and my producer asked Gemini. The reason that people, and I've seen even people unsubscribe because of this, that I don't like to talk about Epstein, is that I'm not a freak. I'm not a freak. I don't have pent-up desires towards children. So when I read stuff about people that have that, it makes me want to throw up. I find it inherently gross to read. I don't like reading it. Unlike Sean Ryan, who seems to want to read the lewd details. And now 30% of the country seems to have some sort of unresolved problem with attraction to children because I don't like to read it because it's gross. But other people, whatever. Whatever Q was, whatever the satanic panic was, we are at levels of stupid. Look at what Nicki Minaj tweeted out, dude. She didn't go to the Grammys. She's Candace Owens level. Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals and satanic. No puedo, bro. No. I live in a country of lunatics, man. America's an insane asylum, bro. Oh my God, bro. Your favorite artist has been practicing. Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when you're... It can't be this way. 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 And this country's going to make me lose my mind, dude. It can't be this way. We can't have people seriously walking around. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. And she posted, Chucky drinking a martini. Now, for those unaware of the Child's Play franchise, Chucky is a possessed doll that murders people. What is going on here? What is going on here? What the fuck is going on here, man? What is going on? What is Nicki Minaj saying here? Nicki Minaj, I like some of your music. What do you know about satanic rituals and blood sacrifices? Don't you have... Isn't your baby daddy an accused pedophile? Isn't he convicted of it? Isn't your father or your stepdad? What are we doing here? If there was a mission to make America a schizophrenic, insane country, you are the strongest soul. This has 270,000 likes, 22 million views. This country is going insane. This is not healthy. This is not... What is going on here? 1% of the American population saw this tweet. What is going on? And to get deeper, we have to go deeper. This Epstein thing is just, listen, man, we talked about it as a financial crime. Look, now Elon Musk is getting dragged into this. See what the people are doing. This was installed in London. London, where people are actually getting arrested. Well, at least pushed out of office. Now, this is a pretty bad email. Okay. It's a pretty bad email. This is a bad email. I know we have some Musk fans. This is a bad email. What day or night will be the wildest parties on your island? It's a bad email. But again, as I said yesterday, none of this can take you to jail. These are not, there's no crime here. These are emails that are being leaked to have this result. This is not good for your mental health to be looking at this. Oh, I'm driving around in my Tesla. I really love my Tesla. What is that on my right? Oh, the owner of the company whose car I'm driving in is being accused of pedophilia on the bus stand. Great stuff. Let's continue. As this country goes insane. Dude, everyone is a citizen journalist now.
We're circling Epstein Island and this girl came out and she's taking videos and pictures of us. She's taking a video of me. Why are you on Epstein Island? I'm about to sneak onto it because no one's doing it. Not getting flicked up in front of Epstein crib is crazy. There's the evil temple that evil billionaire Jeffrey Epstein lived in. Let's go. We're circling Epstein Island.
So this young TikTok plebeian posted this. It says, breaking, always breaking. An influencer is going viral after capturing a random woman on Epstein Island on video and says he is now being stalked day and night by blacked out Escalades sitting outside his house that pull away as soon as he confronts them. Okay, dude. I'm sorry. You brought that on yourself. This isn't The Insider. Everyone thinks they live in a movie. This isn't The Insider. You're not Russell Crowe, dude. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. You want to mess around with this stuff. You want to go piss people off at Epstein Island. You're going to get followed by Escalades. I don't care. I don't care what happens to you. Do you see me doing this? Why don't we go hang out at the houses of drug dealers too? Why don't we do that? Why don't we go track down El Chapo's family and start filming them? Why don't we do that? You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. In case you needed to hear it, don't do this. Don't go film Epstein's Island. What do they have in their heads, bro? What do they have in their heads? What do they have in their heads? Continuing. I found this page, Morgan Ariel. And this is showing you the mental decline of this country. Nationalist, Christian cultural commentator, lioness for Jesus Christ, fashion designer, and CEO at Shop One God, which is some godly website. I don't know. This is Morgan Ariel. As you can tell, she's a very modest woman. She's a modest woman of God. Okay. She's a modest woman, right? This whole Twitter page, which has 120 followers and gets a bunch of engagement, is pure schizophrenia. It's pure Epstein. Look at this. Just look at this stuff. Epstein. This is the prototypical E-woman trad. Just the Epstein. So let's look at a couple of them. First of all, let's see her post the legend Ben Shapiro defending Jeffrey Epstein.
Claims that are like this in these files and trying to actually run down the source of the claims is really important because one of the things that happens in internet land is people will take unverified, salacious allegations that have not been run down by the FBI. They will then run those through the internet machine, and suddenly this becomes likely probable truth. Well, you actually have to run down each specific allegation in the 3.5 million pages of data before you run with the it's definitely true, or it's verified, or this is the reason why policy X, Y, or Z happened. And there's just a call for evidence. And if the evidence shows what people want it to show, and I really believe that. I think there are a lot of people who want this evidence to show that, in fact, the Jeffrey Epstein pedophilic sex ring has been running all of global politics for years, because that is a comforting thought for a lot of people about the nature of how politics works. That actually there is a coterie of people who are very sophisticated, who are running everything in American public life. And those people are being linked by pedophilic sex orgies and all this kind of stuff. There's a large swath of people for whom this idea is appealing. The evidence is not there. If the evidence presents itself.
Look, Ben Shapiro is retarded, of course. Absolutely. I don't like Ben Shapiro. This is not a defense of Jeffrey Epstein. It's not. And I see some people saying because of his heritage, look, guys, you have to consider too, Ben Shapiro's a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. My wife's a doctor. Right? He's a lawyer. And he's just saying what I said yesterday. I didn't even watch him, and we're on the same page, which is he's not giving you the second part, which is what I'm telling you. Okay? There's a reason they are releasing files with no provable crime, which is to drive you insane. He's not telling you that second part, but the first part, I'm in complete agreement. There is nothing here. There is nothing. Guys, if there was something that could put someone in jail, they wouldn't have released it. Quite clearly. Quite clearly. So this is where I go, look, Shapiro is defending Epstein. Are we surprised? Morgan, I don't see it. If Ben Shapiro came out there and said, listen, guys, Jeffrey Epstein was an amazing financier and philanthropist. Okay. Everyone here who's saying that he was doing illegal stuff. Actually, I'll have you know, all those girls were vetted by me, okay? And they were at least of age for the Virgin Islands. That would be defending Jeffrey Epstein. This is not Jeffrey Epstein. Do you see what I'm saying here? And this is what's happening. Look at her worst offense. You go through her page if you want to. It's a schizophrenia machine. Look at this. She posted this email, which is horrific, right? Sent on Thursday to Jeffrey Epstein's email. New Brazilian just arrived, sexy and cute, 9 years old. Best regards, we don't know who. Horrific. That's horrific, right? This is an email implying that a 9-year-old girl was trafficked to Jeffrey Epstein so he could do all sorts of disgusting stuff to her. This is not good. This is something that, if true, would be a conviction. It would be wrong. We would have to unredact these names. The original email states the woman was 19 years old, not 9. So this is the schizophrenia machine. This is the schizophrenia machine. This is a schizophrenia machine. This Twitter page is run to make you go crazy. She's 19 in the original email. Why are you changing it to 9 years old? Because you have a bunch of followers that you're going to make them crazy. You're going to make people crazy. This is the whole Epstein discourse, dude. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, another, I hate this woman. We've seen her before. This is Valentina Gomez, tier retarded. This woman is insane. She's the one who said that Russia should send us their files on who killed JFK, and we should build a bridge in Alaska to Moscow. This woman is just, it's a drain on our tax dollars. Here, clearly, she's quote tweeting Trevor Noah from 2012. You can see, this is a sitting congresswoman quote tweeting Trevor Noah, who tweeted, people who have children should be arrested for attempting child molesters. Hashtag Swazi rules. Okay, look. Trevor Noah, I'm going to start it here. Trevor Noah should be deported from America. He should be deported from South Africa. He should be deported from everywhere on the planet. He should be a stateless person that is forced to live in misery and shame for not being funny, for ruining The Daily Show. Whether you liked it or hated it, prime Jon Stewart was funny. This man should be ashamed for life, okay? He should be ashamed. He should be pushed around from country to country because he has no citizenship. He has nowhere to live. I'm not defending Trevor Noah. This tweet is his attempt at a joke. And while you could read into it, Trevor Noah's not funny. Anything he writes is borderline disgusting because he's not funny. He's not funny. He's not a funny guy. He is not funny. Okay? And I'm sure this was meant as a joke. I don't think Trevor Noah, quite honestly, and don't quote me on this, I don't think Trevor Noah, everything I'm going to say now is, it was written by a producer, it's scripted, it's a joke. I don't think Trevor Noah is actually into children. I think Trevor Noah is probably gay. I think that Trevor Noah is probably gay. Okay, that's what I think about it. Now we're going to the scripted part of the show. That is to the unscripted. That was scripted there. Okay, you can't sue me for that. So I don't think Trevor Noah is in this tweet implying that he is someone who's attracted to children. But our sitting congresswoman comes out and tweets this. Are you a pedophile? At Trevor Noah.
These fucking assholes! The fuck is their problem, man?
What is this woman tweeting, dude? This is a congresswoman going back to 14-year-old Trevor Noah tweets to retweet them in the big 2026 because this country is so insane that everything... Idiocracy made it seem fun. This isn't fun anymore. It's not fun anymore. Ephra says, a valid question is why do they redact the names, though? I think it's a valid question for the people who argue this. That's, yeah, I mean, I think legally they're fully within their right, Ephra? Illegally, possessing these documents is illegal, right? According to the New York Times, isn't that the rule about leaked documents or something? Not allowed to possess them anymore? But legally, I'm sure there's some stupid legal reason. I would appreciate if the names were unredacted too, just so that we could... Dude, anything that hurts these people is interesting, but it's not actually hurting them. It's just making everyone more crazy. Making everyone more crazy. Also, how you doing, OP? I haven't seen you in a while. This woman is a former stripper. You're right. This woman is a former... And look, I love strippers. I have no problem with the stripper community. Okay, the stripper community is great. All right, strippers are great people. I've met strippers. Strippers are nice. They're trying to put food on the table for their family. They're just trying to feed their kids or whatever. Whatever you want. I don't care. You're a representative who's a former stripper. Who are you to talk about this? Let's continue. We have here, of course, my ex-girlfriend, Laura Loomer, had to comment on this. And with the dumbest of the dumbest Mark Levin tier takes. Let's listen to what she has to say about Jeffrey Epstein.
If you follow me on X, then you know over the weekend, I spent a lot of time going through these Epstein files, and I was looking to see which other world leaders were there. Because again, I'm not denying that there are Israelis or Jewish individuals within these Epstein files, but it's very one-sided. It's very one-sided, the way that these accounts online are sensationalizing that information. I mean, why are we not allowed to talk about other world leaders who are mentioned in these Epstein files? It turns out members of the Al-Thani family were very close with Jeffrey Epstein. I posted several tweets about it. In fact, you can see here, I posted Jeffrey Epstein communicated with Qatar's ruling family about the Muslim Brotherhood and visited Qatar.
Okay, so I think that's enough. Jeffrey Epstein, according to Laura Loomer, was in Qatar. Jeffrey Epstein, alhamdulillah, he found the word of Allah before he died. Jeffrey Epstein accepted the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, before he died. Laura Loomer is telling us that Jeffrey Epstein was a secret Muslim, and you're anti-Semitic if you point out that he had friends in... It's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. I have exposed evidence showing Jeffrey Epstein was deep with Qatar's Al Thani family. Qatar is the largest financier of the Muslim Brotherhood, and Epstein was playing footsie with a terrorist. We have reached peak stupid. We have reached peak stupid in this country. Laura Loomer is with a not a straight face, you know, a frozen face. With a frozen face is sitting there and telling me that Jeffrey Epstein found, was he speaking Arabic? Was he Thalatha, Sitha, you know, Tahasa, Sayada? Was he speaking Arabic too? Laura Loomer? I am going to lose my mind. I am going to get in my car and beg for the government to do the Michael Hastings thing. I am going to beg for it because of how stupid this country is becoming. And this was actually interesting. Here's Peter Mandelson, who we covered yesterday. Dude, he got the Jeff drip. This is a real picture. Jeffrey was giving these out. Peter Mandelson, if you can hear me, I will buy this from you. This is wild. I want this. Jeff was balling so hard that he was giving out personalized merch. What? So I do think that dude, this guy is, I think he's gonna have to renounce the lordship. This guy's a traitor, straight up a traitor. This guy should be in jail, for real. Peter Mandelson. We went through it yesterday. This is even more damning. This guy should be in prison. If anything's coming out of this, he should be in prison, okay? And furthermore, here we have Reid Hoffman of LinkedIn fame and PayPal, one of the PayPal Mafia guys. The fat guy from the PayPal Mafia, for anyone that doesn't know. This ugly freak. Co-founder, a LinkedIn investor. I hate all these tech people, dude. I hate all of them. They're all terrible. So he's quote tweeting this. I wonder who sent Jeffrey Epstein this picture of a young girl in a SpaceX t-shirt. And here we have the picture and the email. Someone sent this with a SpaceX shirt. Readers added context. The claim by the user that this picture, which is of DOJ release, is someone in a SpaceX t-shirt is misleading. The shirt has a SpaceX logo edited on and the off angle of the text. Wrinkle discontinuity and pixel perfect level rectangle rule out being a sticker or a patch. So this is a fake picture because everyone can make whatever they want now with this. Everyone can project anything they want because everyone has Photoshop. And Reid Hoffman, great question. Reid Hoffman, why don't you shut up? You invented a LinkedIn. Inventing LinkedIn is probably the worst invention on the planet since dynamite, the nuclear bomb, and napalm. You invented the napalm of the 21st century, which is LinkedIn. You should be in prison for that. You're in the files too, buddy. What are we doing here? Now the tech people, it's the Spider-Man meme, just everyone pointing at each other. Reid Hoffman, you invented the worst technology on the planet. You should be in jail. I bleed for my country, dude. I bleed for my country. I brain bleed for my country. My country, Xi Jinping, my country, it cries out for Chinese medicine, bro. It cries out for traditional Chinese medicine. Xi Jinping, if you can hear me, Xi Jinping, my country cries out for you, sir. In America, my billionaires are accusing each other of being pedophiles on Twitter. Please, Mr. Xi, please save me. Please save me. And I wanted to watch more of it, but we're not going to have time, so I think it's worth watching this. Piers is continuing his crusade against Epstein and people associated with him. And I think this is interesting because Elon Musk is getting a lot of hate. Because Elon Musk was in these files, obviously. We saw that in the beginning. He was begging to go to the party. read into it whatever you like or don't like. I myself don't like to read anything into it. Whatever. Who gives? Dude, they're trying to drive you nuts. It doesn't bear reiterating. But Piers Morgan, who has been kind of snubbed by Elon Musk, despite praise, and as the gumshoe tabloid reporter he is now going after Elon too. Let's watch a clip from Uncensored, and then we'll get to Mr. Fishback. We got to get an update here.
Elon Musk, for example, has been, pounding away on his X account about how he's led the charge for transparency, he's better than all the others, blah, 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 blah. And yet when you compare and contrast his denials and saying, I always rejected all invitations to go to the island, to go to the parties and so on, and you compare them to the emails that have actually been in the files in real time, which show Elon Musk very keen to get on the island and go to the wildest parties, it turned out. So when people do that, when we can see with our own eyes that they're not being completely honest about their own positioning, I'm not saying for a moment Elon Musk did anything wrong or criminal or anything, but I do know what he's trying to spin about what he said in those emails is not accurate, which then raises a number of other questions. Elon Musk, for example.
And what's fascinating is that as part of this interview, at the top of this segment, Piers Morgan was pondering why people in America are not getting repercussions. Because in the UK, they are. Obviously, Peter Mandelson, right? And if Piers is comfortable going after Elon like this, dude, nothing is going to happen. I promise you nothing's going to happen. Take it to the bank. I'm going to make a prediction. I don't think anyone's going to jail over this. And I know that's why they released it. But this could really dirty up some stuff. In regards to this, it's just going to make the country insane. Your car, made by a pedophile. Your electric bill, sent by a pedophile. That burger you're eating, the restaurant, owned by a pedophile. The camera that I'm using to make this show, made by a pedophile. Computer or laptop you're watching the show on, made by a pedophile. This Xi Jinping plane, made by a pedophile. This remote for the light, made by a pedophile. This camera battery, made by a pedophile. Oddly enough, this Venezuelan money, made by a pedophile. This book over here, printed by a pedophile. Oh. This sash, made by a pedophile. J. Crew is made. This country is going insane. It's going insane. We can't live like this, where everyone is accusing each other all the time. Dude, even if it's true, the panopticon of Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator, now everyone is to catch a predating all the time. And I just don't think this is good for the mental health of the country. I don't think so. And I'm sure that people did crimes, but we'll never know. The evidence is gone, dude. It's gone. No one's going to jail. So all it does is put your brain in fucking jail, dude. All right, let's get to our final bit. Yeah, this Epstein stuff just... What's going on here? Yeah, delete the group. We gotta get to James Fishback. For some lighthearted news, let's get to Mr. Fishback. Mr. Fishback. So I'll have you know, I placed a bet on Poly Market like Scott Galloway, but not $385,000, because guess what? I'm not a fucking idiot like Scott Galloway. I'm not a moron. I'm not betting $385,000. Oh, you see, it's a risk-adjusted return. You say, fuck you. Instead of teaching people how to be a man, why don't you go work out or something? You look like a retired Olympian that hasn't moved in 30 years. That's how skinny and weak you look, you freak. Anyway, I bet on this race because I think Mr. Fishback is undervalued at 13%. And what Efra is going to appreciate in particular is that this race here is really showing us how, we've talked about this before, how the betting markets inform reality and reality informs the betting markets. It's a symbiotic relationship. And candidates are using it. James Fishback is significantly undervalued here. Dude is everywhere. The only Republican in this race with unique ideas and has a message that is resonating with the people. My gut says his odds will double any day. Not a bad trade. I agree with this. I do think they will double. Not financial advice. Now, Mr. Fishback retweeted this and he said, agreed, good trade. This is another way of saying, fellas, we have the numbers, but we need to reflect them in the betting markets. My army, don't get comfortable. Stay strong. We're going to win if you're there. This is the most clever use of a betting market by a politician that I've seen in a long time, probably ever. This is incredibly smart of him. Very, very smart. And that's not all the stunts he's done. He also joined Tinder. Here we see the tweet. I've joined Tinder to meet young female voters where they are and share my plan to make it easier for them to get married, buy a home, and raise a family. We see here his Tinder profile. The Tinder profile. Florida should offer paid maternity leave to all moms. Okay. And checking in on my Tinder campaign for governor. And here he's on Tinder, talking here, they, them. Does that mean 2 votes for me? Now, a lot of people might say, oh, using Tinder, isn't that like lowbrow? Is it smart? Is it a good idea? I actually, dude, I'm one of these guys, bro. Any one of these. If you're a politician and you can get people to flood Tinder with your political message, why not? That's smart. This kind of guerrilla campaigning and using something which is completely free and available to you. If I were a candidate, I'd tell everyone, hey guys, go join Tinder and promote my campaign on Tinder. This guerrilla marketing is very smart. It reminds me of American Apparel back in the early 2000s. Very, very good stuff. Now, however, seems he ran into trouble. Oh, really quick, he posted this. Byron Donalds and APAC have a match on Tinder. All right, yeah. Byron Donalds has joined Tinder too. All right. And he got covered in the news because of it, which was fascinating.
I believe that candidates have to show up where voters least expect them sometimes.
James Fishback says he's swiping right for votes.
Tinder is not for dating. It is for connecting with young women where they are. What I'm telling women when I match with them on there is, here's my detailed plan.
I like the message that he wants paid maternity leave for women.
Well, it's certainly unconventional. There does have to be connection, and it's important that there is a connection between me and female voters, and that's exactly why I've joined Tinder. I believe that candidates...
Smart guerrilla marketing, dude. Very smart. You got to meet the people where they're at. Basics of politics. Now, however, this came out today. Okay?
I did not join Tinder a single man. 24 hours later, I am a single man because I joined Tinder. Someone was not very happy. My better half was not very happy. I said, look, you have to meet young women where they are. Okay? It's very simple. We will win on August 18th. Put Florida first. Vote Fishback, swipe right. It's that simple. It shouldn't be controversial to say that. I don't know why they're upset. Politico is in shambles this morning because I joined Tinder. I'm up to 1,000 matches, okay?
So, I don't know if he actually broke up with his girlfriend or not. The top comment here is good. You should also join Grindr to meet men where they're at. And I know that's meant as ironic, but dude, that is a good strategy. Joining every single app. The more connection you can have one-on-one. This is particular, man. If you have a candidate who is meeting you one-on-one, whether it be on Tinder, LinkedIn, Grindr, Yik Yak, Facebook, and they're giving you the light of day, that means something, dude. You join Grindr. I'm not gay, bro, but I wanted to talk to you for a second about how I'm gonna make life cheaper for gay people in Florida. You're gonna have a great time in Florida, gay people that are already here. You know. But apparently, you know, if he's willing to sacrifice his marriage, he's married to Florida. He's married to the cause. And finally, I wanted to show so funny, dude. He is joined in on, you know, because we love to, again, I'll play our title card here again.
The people are retarded.
Everyone has picked up on my Gentiles, like myself, how our other Gentile friends are going nuts. Even Mr. Fishback, who's a Gentile himself, saw this tweet from IKEA because IKEA has a new $5 hot dog that is 20 inches long. Does that change how we think about value food? And we see here the IKEA hot dog, and Mr. Fishback said, Goyim nonsense. And I gotta say, dude, if we're reaching a point where we as Gentiles can start to call each other out with this language, I think it would be good for society in a lot of ways, dude. If I go to my Gentile friend, you know, he's I don't know, he's eating a Hershey bar and he's 10 pounds overweight. What is this goyim nonsense, brother? What are you doing? Stop doing. If we have found the G word here is the way that we can really hold each other accountable as Gentiles, then I'm all for this meme. This is a great meme. It's a great meme. It's very funny to see a candidate put that out. All right, man. That's our show. This is a fucking insane. It's insane. I know we got into a little slop here, but it's worth analyzing how the country's going crazy. Consider this whole episode a giant schizo watch episode. The Bad Bunny, Epstein. This country is going nuts. So before we go, you know, since it's Black History Month and all, what black artist should we play tonight? You know, someone good. Who should we play? Let's play. Last night we had Marvin Gaye, one of my favorites, and Ray Charles. What have we got, man? What have we got? I don't want to do rap yet, man. I don't want to do rap yet. What is a? Let's play some funk music. How about that? Let's play some funk. Yeah, let's do some funk music. These blacks, bro. The black people, Black History Month, you know, is that your Jimi Hendrix? We might do Hendrix. Hey, Joe, what you doing with that gun in your hand? I love Hendrix. I see Oprah, who I'm sure I'm going to get some like Nazi site, greatest white people in history. Gotta have some cool people. George Washington. No, I mean, like, I want more than just like politicians and stuff. Who are the most important white? Alexander Graham Bell, Julius Caesar. He doesn't count as white though. He's like a Roman. I think we might have to. If the white people want it, bro, we've got. Because when I say white, I think American, you know, more than anything. Dick Cheney, obviously, looking a wizard. Gone too soon. Billy the Kid. John Dillinger. Dillinger's one of my heroes, man. Dillinger's a cool guy. Frank Lloyd Wright. That's a great white person. Andy Warhol. I like Warhol. Shakespeare. Walt Disney. What else we got? Lincoln's a politician, but sure, he's a great guy. I guess this is, where is it? Walt Disney. He probably names all the cool ones. Nike. Let's see what Kanye has to say about who are the coolest white people according to Kanye West.
Off shoes. But if you guys are investing in the arts, y'all want
FDR for sure. FDR #1.
Invest in this school in Brazil. Y'all want to go to Africa. I'm standing up and I'm telling you, I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now, who's going to be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize?
All right, we got it from Kanye himself. The best white people are the Medici family, Phil Knight for making Nike, And yeah, all right. It's just thank you, Kanye, for being so succinct. And Walt Disney. Thank you. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, isn't he Asian? Euler is greater than Newton, but they are both great. I'm not a math person like you, Afra, but didn't Newton steal everything from Leibniz? Because that's what I've been hearing about in the calculus discourse. You know, Eve says, I don't think he wanted people to be poor, Jefferson. He wanted 50 to K towns that are okay. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. You know, Alexander Hamilton's thinking of skyscrapers. So, all right, guys. Da Vinci. All right, let's end with some Earth, Wind, and Fire. What else we got? Or let's do some other funk music. What do we got? Oh, this is some great stuff. We got James Brown.
Got to pay back. Revenge.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Got to get back. I need some get
It's completely free to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps the channel grow a lot. Let's do our plugs here. We got the Discord, which is completely free. There's a paid tier. I need to add 2 people there. I forgot because they joined us on Patreon. We have Patreon over here, $5 or $20 a month, whatever you want. You get the King Leo Movie Club. Helps the show grow. And we have the What Would a Postmodernist Do bracelet available at the coffee link in the description. I appreciate everyone tuning in. James Brown, dude. Like and subscribe. It's literally free and it helps the show grow. I'll catch up with the chat after the show, everyone. I gotta go return a rental car.
My pride on that. Told me they had it all arranged. They had me down. That's the bank. And now you're pumped. You got to get ready for the big payback. The big payback. That's where I land. Oh, for the big payback. The big payback.